What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about how to find the perfect co-founder in 6 steps.
What if you don't need a co-founder?
That's at the end.
Okay.
Well, or you just don't watch the video.
Don't watch the video.
Turn it off.
All right, so step 1. So the first step is finding someone. I don't know. I know.
It's admitting your strengths and weaknesses.
That's what it is. So step 1. So the first step to finding your perfect co-founder is actually auditing yourself. So you gotta figure out what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are and what you have to look for in
a co-founder. Yeah, like Josh said, it's really important to actually admit, like, it's okay to say I'm really good at X and I suck at Y. You can't be good at everything. You want to have some knowledge of everything, but you need to acknowledge those weaknesses so you can actually find what a co-founder needs to bring.
And don't say you're good at everything because it's probably false.
No, it's a lie.
It's a lie.
Step 2. You want to find someone whose skills complement yours. So you know how we were talking about admitting your strengths and your weaknesses? This is where that comes into play. So Josh is really strong with numbers and finance, and I'm really strong on the marketing and the customer side. So you have to find someone who has those kind of opposite skill sets as you. You can be good at both, but you have to be a master at one. This is really important too when it comes to decision making, because you want to let that person be the deciding factor. So you really want to find someone who has complementary or opposing skill set to you. Another aspect of this to consider is your personality traits, so to speak. So Josh will often think really, really big picture and he just wants to go. Whereas I'm like, oh, look at all these little things along the way. And like, we should really prepare before that. So it's really good to find someone who's that opposite end of you so that you guys can meet in the middle and you'll still get things done. You'll get them done well, but you'll also get it done in time.
Step 3. So the third step is to not find a cheerleader, but finding a partner. So this one's very important because you want to find someone who has an opinion that they can bring to the table instead of always just agreeing to whatever you say. And basically it's like one person instead of two. Like the whole it's UPS.
There's a mailman at the door.
The whole reason there's like 2 of you because 2 brains are better than 1, right? So again, so finding that one person who's a partner who will bring their own opinions to the table and who will even just challenge your judgment, your opinions or anything that you guys might talk about. What?
Nothing. I was just waiting to say something.
All right, go ahead.
What was I gonna say now? So it feels really great in the moment when someone's always agreeing with you and you're like, yeah, this is an awesome idea. But in the long run, you need someone who's gonna say, well, what about this? Or what about that? Maybe we should try this instead, because that's how you're gonna get the best results in the long term. Good. Step 4. Look outside of your inner circle. Your inner circle can be a really great place to start. It's the people you know best, and they probably know you best as well. But you're not limited to this. I know everybody wants to start a business with their boyfriend or girlfriend. We did it. I actually didn't want to do it ever in my life until Josh and I got together, just because of the way our minds work. But people always look to their boyfriend, their girlfriend, their best friend. These aren't always the best people to run a business with. It's just like finding a roommate. Like, I think some of your best friends don't make a great roommate, and you might find a stranger who's a really awesome roommate. So it's kind of the same thing. You're looking for something different, right? Especially if you're trying to find like those factors we've already mentioned. That's not necessarily in your inner circle, so you have to look outside of that.
And like, aside from us being in a relationship, regardless if we're in a relationship or not, we fit the but the ideal criteria for us to be perfect or good co-founders together. So just don't have it. Step 5. Step 5 is to not. Step 5.
You said that for the other one,
I know.
too.
Step 5, don't rush. So it's really easy to want to bring someone on board or find that person just because you want to fill that hole. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's the right time or the right move. I blanked. Once you find someone, you should take time to get to know them, because starting a business is like double, like working double like a normal job. So you're gonna be spending hours and hours and hours with that person, and if you don't know them or if you aren't comfortable working 24/7 with them, then they're probably not the right business partner or co-founder. A lot of times it can be hard because you just want to start your business and go. But if you think long picture, if the business actually makes it somewhere and then all of a sudden there's like a big breakup or just like arguments between partners because they just don't click, and then it could get really ugly with dissolving a partnership, having to do a lot of legal stuff and a bunch of back and forth that you don't really want to deal with.
I had to cough that whole time. I'm good. Really proud that I held that in. The last and final step, number 6. So this one is working around it. You might not actually need a co-founder. Not everybody does. It's definitely nice to not be going in alone, but you don't necessarily need a co-founder. Or if you can't find one, you might be able to start your business without one. So ways around this would be hiring contractors, figuring out how much of it you could do on your own, or like I said, maybe you just simply don't need one even in the long term. So try to work around it so that you can really dedicate the time to finding that right person instead of jumping in with someone that you shouldn't.
All right, that's our 6 steps into how to find a co-founder. Hope you guys liked the video. Give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate it so we know what kind of content you guys want.
See you in the next video.
Let's do a thumbnail.
Okay.
Should we do like a 6 or something and smile?
Or should we both do it?
No, I don't like trying to look tough in the thumbnail. I'm not tough.
Okay, I didn't mean tough, but I meant
You always
okay.
look-
Okay.